Daddy.
What's going on, sweetie?
Firestarter is a good story. It makes use of the supernatural in an approachable way. And
I'm very glad I have watched that film because it is good. It's an interesting take on adolescence and superpowers, and
the explanation for the supernatural is an interesting one. We'll spoil it for you. The credits are brilliant because the opening credits are brilliant because what you've got is this fast-paced montage of interviews from a government experiment where her parents were participants, and the government experiments, the drugs they were testing ended up giving them special abilities. And being the offspring of two experimented subjects, our main character is born with the ability to start fires with her mind. It's pretty nuts.
It gives you those implications. And that's a big nod to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because of the implications. Sorry. Right. Implications of what will happen to her, what her life could be, what her teenagehood will be. A lot of those things are sort of left with the audience to figure out themselves without them being, force-fed information that they can actually, make up in their mind.
And while visually striking, really neat, it's not one of these, it's not Michael Bay explosions. It's, teenager in the bathroom fires, which is real, and there is a nice groundedness to the supernatural elements in the story, and I think that's what I liked about it. They also didn't go over the top with CGI and special effects.
I really like those films when audiences being respected. They're not treated like idiots. We're given just enough information to make up the rest of the story of our own. It has this really, really interesting juxtaposition of the 80s. So the film is set in the present times, but it has this huge nod to the original version of Firestarter from 1980s, and the use of music and stuff. I think it really helped the film, but at the same time, it is still its own thing.
There are moments where the images are being transmitted between minds telekinetically, and all that's used is a crossfade, which is sufficient. It's great. Your imagination is there, and it's just letting you know, like,
you get Carrie's references, you get nods to Stranger Things, very 11, very big bad scientist trying to catch the child, but it still manages to become its own thing. And I keep repeating that because it's true. It's a unique film which carefully takes things from everywhere else and succeeds in doing so because the film works.
In addition to how grounded the supernatural abilities were, the use of them as a way to make money or to just sort of get what you want. There's some clever tricks with Zac Efron's abilities where he convinces somebody they're looking at a $100 bill, and they cut back, and on the other hand, you can see on his hand it's a $1 bill, but through the other person's eyes, it's a $100 bill. It was just a clever filmmaking as opposed to big budget special effects, and I really appreciated that. Zac Efron seemed a little young, but maybe I'm just getting old. And he was a dutiful actor in this. He did everything that the role required. There were no performances in this that I was blown away with.
Great casting choice. I wasn't sure about Zac Efron at the start of the film, but it actually made sense towards the end why he was a great choice for that. Spoiler, without spoilers. Also the girl that played Charlie, really like great performance. Not many adult actors can do what she had to do, so yeah, goes without saying.
The family dynamics are interesting. There's some disturbing imagery for sure.
Even though it's a horror film, it wasn't that scary, but usually I do mind this in films, but not with this one, because I think it's able to reach broader audience, and that's what the film like this should do. Yeah, solid effort, positively surprised.
Overall, it was pretty good.
A 7.7 out of 10. Yeah, let's go with that.